New intro. So much love and appreciation to those of you who have been with me for the 2 year period plus that I've been doing this. Thank you for showing your love and support to the channel. And to anybody else who is brand new to the platform and you would like to support the channel, also, you can do it by way of Patreon, Anchor, the clothing store, and also the shoe shop that is listed in the comment description below. And again, thank you to any and all of you guys who have been here to support this channel during the 2+ year period. I wouldn't be able to do what I do every single day without you. Parents of accused Michigan school G-man Ethan Crumbley shared an intimate moment during Tuesday's brief probable cause hearing, which saw the father fight back tears while repeatedly mouthing the words "I love you" to his shackled wife. The hearing, which was adjourned until next month, marked the first time James and Jennifer Crumbley appeared before a judge in Rochester Hills District Court since the arraignment in early December, at which time they pled not guilty to involuntary manslaughter counts. The hearing lasted about 20 minutes and concluded with Judge Julie Nicholson granting the request of prosecution and defense lawyers to postpone until February 8th the key preliminary hearing that will determine whether the Crumbleys will face trial. The preliminary exam originally was scheduled for December 22nd. Prosecutor Karen McDonald stated that she needs more time to collect a staggering amount of evidence from investigators and share it with the defense. Quote, "We have police narratives, we have digital evidence, we have video evidence." McDonald also stated that, quote, "We have viewed a lot of it, certainly enough to establish charges here, but there's also more investigation that needs to be done." The Crumbleys' defense attorney joined in the request. They also signaled their intent to file a motion within a week seeking to reduce the bond for their clients, who are currently being held on a bond of $500,000 each. Around 1:15 on Tuesday, James Crumbley, age 45, was led into Judge Nicholson's courtroom in handcuffs and shackles, followed later by his wife Jennifer, age 43. They sat together at the defense table, separated by the two attorneys, Shannon Smith and Muriel Lehman. Judge Nicholson reminded the defendants that they were entitled to be represented by two different attorneys, and asked Smith and Liam to alert the court should any conflicts of interest arise. Oakland County District Court Attorney Karen McDonald addressed the court first, briefly summing up the case and describing the scope of the investigation. Quote, "This case is unprecedented in Oakland County and perhaps the state." McDonald also stated that her office has thus far turned over 500 pages of discovery to the defense, and there were an additional 40 gigabytes of reports, witness statements, and footage from the Oakland County Sheriff's Office pending review. McDonald then made the request to delay the preliminary exam until February, stating that the hearing will involve 15 to 20 witnesses and last about 3 to 5 days. Just gonna be real with you, I don't even care. I just wanted to showcase this as further proof of what the media likes to do in order to try to lessen the blow when it comes to their own people who are caught up in situations which they cause themselves, right? Now, note how Crumbley has two parents, right? They're married together, what have you. And yet he still came out as a destructive child that wanted to bring ruin onto the worlds of many other people who are basically around him. And then how they wanted to soften the narrative of Crumbley by stating that, oh, he goes through this. He ended up hitting his head, at his job, as to try to say that that could potentially lead to the reason that psychologically he might not be logically sane when he committed the acts that he decided to commit. And then on top of that, he probably suffers from depression and he was also getting bullied. Like I said, what you're literally viewing at this moment in time is them trying to crumble down the narrative and try to make it seem as though he is a kid and helping, that this was his cry for help, right? Which led to, untold, people basically losing their lives, right? Those families and friends losing their loved ones. But yet he's the one that's in deep need. He was the one that was being bullied. He was the one that was incurring all of this negativity, right? That was undeserving, right? And then he had parents that basically enabled him to carry out what it is that he did, but yet The narrative now is that, oh, look at the two parents of Crumbly. They're in the courtroom, shackled, and they're telling each other that they love them. Look at this married couple who has to deal with the problems of this problematic child, and see how loving they are. Like I said, they're trying to show you different things. They're trying to switch different narratives. They're trying to put this into a different type of lens. Like I said before, if at any point in time any of the three of them get lesser charges than what they initially had, like I said, I'm done. I'm done with the whole thing. I'm done with caring because there's nothing for me to really care about. Because at the end of the day, the system that is built, right, in order to ensnare and capture black men and to destroy them and to make them legalized slaves, will make sure that they will not hold their own really that much accountable, if anything at all. And they will make sure to try to lessen the narrative and lessen the sentencing and the amount of years. And they'll try to get them all the help that they need to further prolong, right, the sentencing, and to further prolong the everything dealing with the jury and the trial and everything like that. Like I said before, I've seen this time and time and time and time and time again. They did the exact same thing with Chris Wyatt, who was the guy who took out his whole family. But yet on the news, they got the nerve to sit up there and show pictures of him smiling with his family during Christmas, during New Year's, during birthdays, and all these other family engagements. Look at the happy family. Look at the happy couple. Look at how much he really loves them, and they really love him, right? And then it comes to the question, what happened? Right? And this is when people get sucked directly into it, and then they start trying to have some type of sympathy for Chris Wyatt, right, versus having sympathy for the family. Or if they, better yet, they'll have sympathy for both. We need to sit up there and pray for Chris Wyatt, and we need to pray for Chris Wyatt's family, his little girls, and pray that everything is everything, and that he repents, and like I said, it's the same old every single time. And it's like, I'm not understanding how people are actually falling for this time and time and time and time again. But like I said before, critical thinking is pretty much out the window, and whatever the media decides to portray, or how they decide to switch the narrative or point the lens or shift people in a direction, that's what people are going to sit up there and believe, because now we're living at a point in time where the lie is the truth and the truth is the lie. So better yet, the killer is actually the innocent man, and the innocent man is actually the killer. That's pretty much how this is at this moment in time, right? So like how you normally see in courts, the black man is always guilty, and he must prove his innocence. It's not up until he is proven innocent, right? It's up until he has to basically prove that he is 100% innocent, right? He is the one that pretty much has to do that. But if you are one of these true Americans, if you are part of the global minority who is the majority on the continent in the face of North America, you are innocent up until proven guilty. Let me stress that part of up until proven guilty, because they're always going to be innocent no matter what is taking place. Even if you have all the evidence and a proof, somebody out there is still going to feel that they're innocent, and there's a reason why that justifies what it is that took place. But like I said, that's America. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I listed in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.